A lot of people think that XRP is the most useful coin out there, but not many people think about some other things that will really make the price of XRP go up in the long run. I want to talk about 3 different ways to use XRP in this video. These will, in my opinion, have a huge long-term impact on the price of XRP. Guys, these 2 things about XRP that almost no one talks about could be 2 of the most important things that make it valuable. Your help is very much appreciated as always. Thanks a lot. Thank you to everyone who liked the movies and signed up for the channel. These 2 easy things help me a lot. Also, if you ever need to buy XRP, check out Uphold, my best exchange, which is linked in the video's description. That being said, I'll just write about it, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Because as I said at the beginning, a lot of people say that XRP's value will go up because it is useful. And while I agree with you 100%, right, there is a huge use case for XRP if big banks issue billions of dollars on the XRP system and XRP acts as cash between all of them. Many people forget about some things, though, that I think will be very important in driving the price of XRP in the long run. These things are just now starting to pick up speed. The first big thing that many people don't pay attention to is just guesswork. Polymart says there is a 98% chance that we will see an XRP ETF soon. When we look at the value of something like Bitcoin, which isn't really being used for anything useful, we see that it has a market cap of several trillion dollars, and it has been on a tear ever since the ETFs were released. ETFs made it possible for more and more wealthy people to bet on the price of Bitcoin without actually owning the token itself. XRP ETFs will soon allow a lot of people to trade on the price of XRP, which will bring a lot of value. Right now, there is a lot of interest in keeping XRP and betting on its value. XRP has been the most traded token on Coinbase for the last few months, or maybe even the last 8 months. XRP's lightning fast trades, it's linked to Ripple, and all of these other things that involve banks. Many people want to guess the price, and guessing is a big part of what makes things valuable in the long run. Check out the stock market. Almost all of it is guesswork. No one knows what will happen with the prices of these companies in the future. Also, guess what? The amount of money in that market is hundreds of trillions or quadrillions. These same things are going to happen with cryptocurrencies, which haven't had them for a long time. That said, I think that will really pick up for XRP once these ETFs come out, but a lot of banks, including JP Morgan, think that these ETFs could add $8.00 to $10 billion, 0 cents worth of value to XRP just through speculation. You can't just be limited by prediction with XRP, which is one of my favorite things about it. It's an even better value offer because you can do many other things with the valuable asset. This is one reason why I think it's funny when people say that the market cap of XRP is like the market cap of a company. As helpful as the company is, its market cap is high. But these cryptocurrencies are changing the way we think about value. In many situations, they are useful. They offer a lot of different value packages. All of these things can be done with them, and I think that will make the market values of these assets skyrocket to levels we have never seen before. Now let's talk about number 2. What use case for XRP is next that I don't think many people talk about? In this case, XRP is being used as a reserve currency. Now, this has been a Bitcoin thing for a long time, right? A lot of people are building Bitcoin banks, which we've seen before. In the last 2 weeks, however, 3 very big companies have added about $500 million, 0 cents worth of XRP to their stores. Now, companies are saying, hey, we want to hold XRP as a store of value for the same reason that a lot of people want to hold Bitcoin as a store of value. Not because of how it works. XRP is not a better way to keep value than Bitcoin. To be honest, I think it's a better way to store value than Bitcoin. That's because XRP has a supply that lowers the value of its value. 100 billion tokens were made, but that number is steadily going down. As a result, XRP is not as easy to use as Bitcoin as money. One more thing is that XRP is very useful. This makes it a stronger network effect, which means that more people have it, and it is a better representation of value. A lot of Bitcoin has already been given out, and no one is really using it for anything. If only a few people hold Bitcoin as a way to save money, it becomes a niche source of value for that group. If a cryptocurrency like XRP becomes important for global payments and liquidity, then everyone will need to keep it. This makes it an important universal store of value for more people. Right now, people are starting to understand that XRP may be a better way to save money than Bitcoin. This is something that I think more and more people will think about. A lot of things could go wrong with Bitcoin in the long run, such as the fact that there are rewards to mine it. And the story behind Bitcoin is the only thing that makes it a better way to keep value than something like XRP. People have said for a long time that Bitcoin is now a good way to save money. The only reason it was given that story was because it failed in terms of usefulness and payments. Because Bitcoin was only good for one thing, I don't know what it was, which was that it could store value. But XRP has shown that it can be used for more than just gambling. It can also be seen as a way to save money. It has the right tokenomics for it. Decentralization is built in. You can do deals quickly. It has an impact on other people. To be a source of value, all of these things must be present. Also, and this may be the most important thing, the spread still has a long way to go. So much of the token was given out in the early days. This is something I often talk about with Bitcoin that some people see as a plus, and I sometimes see as a minus. A lot of the tokens are now in the hands of people who are new to the project. By giving these people a lot of Bitcoin in the beginning, you create an uneven holding pattern. This means that the early adopters hold a lot of Bitcoin, even if they aren't that important. Ripple chose to do something very different with XRP. They said, hey, let's not just send this token to everyone who heard about it first. Instead, let's save some for the world's most important and powerful people so that they can stay an important player on the network. To be a store of value, this is very important. It will have more authority if bigger institutions and more important people store value in it. This is because more and more people will want to hold the same kind of value. A store of value is really made by the biggest people in the world. It's not a meme token. Don't buy anything that says McKelbucks and don't even remember that I said that tomorrow. No matter what, I won't be able to convince anyone that it's a source of value just because I say it is. But look at what happened with the Trump coin. I know that some people took part in this special activity, but it was more like a store of value because he has a lot more power and influence and persuaded a lot more people to store value there. All of these big organizations, including the US government, began to work together and say, hey, this is going to be our store of value. A lot more people will see that as a way to save money because of the network effects and spread effects that will happen around the world. This is just how things work. Large financial institutions, powerful people, and businesses can still make XRP as a store of value because there is still a lot of supply. This is better than saying, oh, we should use Bitcoin, but there's like none left and we can never become an important person on the network. That computer geek who mined all the Bitcoin in 2014 will always be a bigger deal than us. That's one more interesting thought about the story of the source of value. I'd like to end this by going into, this is probably what a lot of people are interested in, how useful it is. From a practical point of view, I believe that XRP has never been more useful. This is the world we live in now. We're in all of these walled areas with stone walls. It doesn't matter if the payment network is WeChat,